Welcome. My name's Brian Knight. I live near Melbourne in Australia, and it's just after 5 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday. Welcome, Tom. Right, let's have a look at this first. So, welcome to this live FOREX analysis session. Just note any trades discussed in this group are to be classed as educational only. That's because a group of people help each other, and we are not financial advisors. So, when you want to take any trades, you've got to be happy to take them based on your own analysis. There is a full risk disclosure, a bit about us as live session traders. Okay. Yeah, Tom, that's where my I'm in 16 trades at the moment. This one, USD Singapore's down a little bit, but we'll see. And I've got 6 orders sitting there. Some are way off, like this GA. Crazy. So, yeah, got into quite a few yesterday. Some were only a little bit, some more. Anyway, okay. Right. Let's go
Sorry, I had
and
to step away. I was listening to you because they're headless
oh,
headphones, but headless headphones, that's funny. Uh
wireless headphones.
yeah, I had to throw my head someplace. So I heard everything you said, and good for you, man.
Yeah, no, there's a whole heap of trades sitting there. Anyway, I
Yeah.
lost a couple. History, the AUD NZD kicked me out, and Euro AUD, Euro NZD, USD CAD. So we'll just they were buy, they will sell. So we'll have a look.
Just before we get started, just so you know, I will not be here on Wednesday.
My Thursday. Okay, no worries.
Okay.
Sweet, no problem. Um, okay, we can talk about you then on that day. Right. Right. Yeah, so Darren's having a bit of a break. So that's right. We might see, we might not. Depends. So yesterday, what? Yeah, thanks for dropping the bit about the whole tariffy thing. It's all crazy. Is
Yep.
South Korea and Japan are getting 25% chucked on them. It's like, I, anyway, we'll just see. I think he's got some impression that the US is the only place that people can send their stuff, and he wants to make billions out of people sending stuff there, but then the country's going to be paying more, so they'll sell less. It, it's actual madness. But anyway, we're not dealing with an individual that has any sort of ability to work out what's happening. Hey, Darren, he is there. He is
Yep,
alive.
back from my travels.
He's not a figment of our imagination. Did you have a good time?
I did, thank you. Yes.
Lovely. That's good. Lovely. Yeah. Well, we've had a roaring time, mate. You know, there's trades all over the joint.
Very good.
As I said, I'm in 16 trades. I got 6 orders.
Wow.
Ones have been in since the middle of May. They're just keep traveling. Anyway, um, yeah. So this whole thing yesterday was interesting. The RBA just like there's 100% of economists were going, yes, yes, we're getting a rate cut. Yep, yep, yep. And then the RBA just kept it on hold. It was just like bang. The market went like, what the hell has just happened? It was quite interesting. So the stock market dropped and then the dollar jumped up, which was
Yeah.
totally opposite the way I'd planned. Obviously that's what
Yeah.
happens, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's today New Zealand's supposed to keep theirs on hold, but whether they do or not, I think they're meeting again. The ABA meets again next month, somewhere around the middle of the month or something. So we'll see. It's the international uncertainty apparently, and the fact that
Yeah.
we haven't that we still have strong employment as such. People looking for jobs, they can tend to get them. So that what the bank wants is people losing jobs and not being able to get them, so they don't have money to spend. It's just anyway. They quoted it was the jobs market. Anyway, right. Yeah, so the crazy supreme leader wants everyone to send stuff to the US and for the US to then slap on a tariff that the person importing or sending it to the US has to pay this extra amount of money, whatever the percentage is, and then the citizens in the US pay a higher price for their product that they have imported. So it's supposed to do two things. It's supposed to have America make their own stuff so that they don't have any tariffs on it, or they they have to pay extra for the bits that they do import. It's yeah, it's an interesting way of looking at it. Okay, so we'll just see how how it rocks around. We do have Taco though, or Taco, or whatever you want to call him. So he's now moved it from next week or whatever to the 1st of August, just to make it all clean. Right, AUD CAD. So what happened was when the rate thing came in, poof, price pushed up, sucked back a bit. All right. I'm still hanging in there. It's not back at entry. But yeah, that was the rate decision. They said it was going to go down and it just stayed the same, which I don't think we've ever seen before. Maybe we have. So anyway, that's the USD CAD. Sorry, AUD CAD. AUD CHF, but it pushed up and then back down again. So very much probably, well, nearly where it was day before. So that's all right. Still, what am I up on that one? 200 or so plus pips. I got into AUD JPY for the buy. It pushed up, and I think I'm about 2% up on that already. It might do a pullback, but that's the way it is. AUD NZD, I'm out of it.
I'm still in this one.
Yeah, you're in the buy. It came up and just poked my stop loss, and then it'll probably pull back down today. Typical. So I just lost out on that one, but that's okay. A 1%er. I don't know. Yeah, it depends. I don't think it'll break the top up here. We'll see. Anyway, I'll get myself ready to get back into it again for the sell. I think that's what you were talking about, making that wick, wasn't it, Tom, yesterday? Making a wick on the weekly or something? You reckon it's going to go further, though?
I think it's going to, well, no
Potentially.
matter what I think, the market's going to do what it's going to do.
Yeah,
I'm in this direction for the moment.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just be in the direction because, for example, I'm picking this trade up and I'm already at 2.
Yeah.
I can close it out at 1.5 and actually gain and not have to be uncomfortable about it. It's just a
Yeah.
profit.
Okay. Yeah.
But if it does keep going, and if it doesn't, I'll turn around and get into the sell.
Yeah. Okay. AD Singapore, I didn't get into. It did push up. I'm looking at it to come back down. I don't know if I've got an order. No, I didn't put an order on even. No, I just didn't feel comfortable with that one. I think it'll sell back out, but anyway, it's come back up to the trend line. Right, AUD USD. I think what did I was it? Oh no, that's all right. So it did yeah, it was because on the day. So I've got a sell stop in here. So I'm waiting for it to turn around, come back down and kick me in. That's where I'm at with it. Okay. Um for a sellout, but it might not. It might just keep going up. And who cares then? Won't matter. Right. CAD CHF. That's nice.
Still
Let's
in this
just
one.
yeah. Push back down again. Very nice. So that was the end of the AUD. So yeah, now CAD CHF.
That one's still at 10.
Yeah. Where am I with the CAD CHF? Only where are they? Yeah, only like 16 pips, but that's okay because I only got in the day
I'm at
before or something.
152.
Yeah, I'm sure you are because you got in up here somewhere. Okay. Uh CAD JPY. Did I get in there? I did. I'm in the buy. I'm up 45. That should actually be a buy. Okay. So I'm in CAD JPY. I'm looking at it to come up and break that. Anyway, we'll see. And at the moment, because that's my entry and stuff. So at the moment, I'm 1.7. We'll see where it goes. CHF JPY. I mean, that one, that was a 27 pips stop and it pushed up very nicely. So wherever that is now, that's like 4.5%. Okay, your AUD, I dudded out. It came up, got me in, and then pushed back down and got rid of me. Okay. Euro CAD. This one I entered manually, I think. Yeah, Euro CAD. I'm up 42 on that one at the moment. I think it will push up further and break. Potentially, if not, it'll come up here and start pushing back down. But anyway,
I
I'll
just
see
added
you.
this buy.
You did? Oh, that's lovely then. One, two. Yeah, I got in there before the long. Anyway, all right. So that's yeah, well that's interesting you got into buy. Oh, okay. Euro
I
CHF.
think you're right. I
Oh,
think it's just going to beat that top.
yeah. Yeah, I think so. Okay, Euro CHF. Um, didn't like it, didn't want to, just left it. It's just still sitting there, right?
I'm getting ready to get into this.
Yeah, what for? A sell?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because I'm just not convinced at the minute. But anyway, that's okay. Euro GBP, I got it into the buy and it kicked me in and then sucked back a bit. So let's see what happens. I think this will come up and break the top over here. But at the moment, it's just sort of pull back, then pull back. I could be on a bit of a dangerous bit here, but we'll see. We will see. Anyway, so the Euro GBP pulled into a buy, and I think where am I with it? Euro GBP. Yeah, look, I'm like 2 pips up. Just I kicked in overnight. All right, Euro JPY. I got into that. That's been pushing up further. Thank you very much.
I'm up
Uh,
1.23 on this one.
29 pips it was. I'm taking some of yours. I'm up 3.
Nice.
I sort of took some of your advice the day before and we stop lossing with one brick. We were talking about this yesterday, Darren, and talking about grabbing some bits and like some pips and what Tom's been doing is that like wherever he enters, his stop loss is only one brick because on the Renkos, a brick is in actual fact determined for that currency. It's a determined number of pips, all right? Where it's not time, it's a determined number of pips. So each one of the bricks is worth a certain
Yeah.
number of pips in that currency pair.
Yeah.
And so he's using that brick as a reference of a stop,
Right.
and then for entry, and then he's moving it once it enters, right? And then moving it back again as he goes into profit. Correct, Tom?
Yes.
Good. So that's what I sort of was doing yesterday. What I'm doing is I'm looking at entries. So if you look where that entry is, oh, that was actually a market execution. That's probably not the best example. But if you look at it there, that stop loss is like one brick down from where that entry was. Anyway, that's Euro JPY. All right, Euro NZD had that.
I'm up almost 8%.
Yeah, good on you. Where's my Euro NZD? I think that was the one I just got. Oh no, I didn't. I got an order on that, have I? Yeah, Euro NZD. Like I'm 11 pips off it entering. Yeah. So I think it'll push up further to break this and then potentially come up, well, either there or further. So we've got the crossover and it's pushing up. So you got in a lot earlier than I did. Anyway, that's just waiting with an order to kick in.
Well, that's just one brick. That's what you were
Uh,
just talking about. So my entry is just one brick over here on the right.
Correct. Well, my entry is just above where that brick is. So when if it pushes up that into that next brick, then I'm into the trade. Anyway, that's where I am doing. Anyway, uh, so that's still waiting there. Euro Singapore, I didn't want to do. I should have. It came back here and then pushed up. But anyway, doesn't matter. I, I'm just looking at this, not really. We'll see. I could quite easily, if I go now, boom, boom, there. See, that's right on if you look at where that line is, that's actually on that brick here. So if it pushes up and takes out that and goes a bit further, then I might. Just depends. We've got this, big green going up. It's got a bit more to go up if it's going to break it. If not, then it'll just turn and come back. But we've got two trend bars over here on the Renkos that are both sort of pointing up. Okay, we'll see. Euro USD. I've got that one for I'm pretty sure that's in a buy stop as well. Yeah, Euro USD, and I'm like 46 pips away from entry. Just got to start. Like, I knew it was going to pull back, but I might have to adjust that anyway, because I think it'll buy back up. Anyway, so GA, that was a bugger. It actually came up, got me into the trade, and then when when the rate decision came, it just like pulled back and stopped me out. That was a bit of a annoying right at the beginning. Anyway, and GBP CAD, I'm looking for that one to buy as well. But it hasn't come up to I've got an order in place. We'll see what happens. GBP CHF, I'm still dancing around here. Where I'm at the moment is about 3.5% or so. That one. We'll see how that goes further down. GBP JPY, I'm in the buy. Kick me in. Doink.
Mine felt the trigger.
Oh, from you had it didn't
Limit.
pull back enough. You had a limit order. Yeah. Okay. That's why I hate limit orders. It's just like you said, and not hate them, sorry. I'm just they're not my desired method, but that's okay. So yeah, so into that one, that's still pushing up. Like it's, you look at the trend bars. Yeah, sure, it might come back. We'll just see how we go. Where am I at with that one? Up 42 pips. Let's see what happens. GN, same thing happened here. Kicked me in and pulled back again, I think. Yeah, look at the big wick in that. The exact the same as GA. That one killed me out pretty quick. Right, GBP and Singapore, not in that trade, not thinking about it yet. And GU, have I got, hang on a minute, let's see if I've got an order on GU. No. No, I'm just sitting with that as well. Should really put in a buy stuff on it. I'll have a look at that today, maybe if I get a chance. Right. NZD CAD.
I'm into this one.
Yeah, you're selling on that. NCAD, where am I in with NCAD? Oh, well, that's nothing there at the moment. I'll split that back as that. Right. Yeah, you're selling that out. I think you're right on that. Okay. NZDCHF. Oh,
I'm into
yes,
that.
I'm in that as well. It just kicked me in as a sell. Okay.
I'm up in over 3 on this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you got in a lot earlier. Okay, that's good. Yeah, they've crossed over here. We've got this sell and push down, back up, push down, potentially a pull back up. We'll just see where that sits. I'll just keep going. Enter DJPY. Oh, that kicked me in. Well, what happened there? What? Uh, hmm. Oh, no, I'm in. Yeah, I'm up 20 pips on that. Yeah, yeah, got it. I don't know, doing where I was
I
looking.
just got in on this brick.
Yeah, yeah, same. Well, I got in actually back there, the brick before, and have, oh, actually, I must have 2 bricks stop loss on that one. One brick was too tight. Yeah, one brick was only like 9 pips, and I went like, nah, I'm not doing that. All right. And you,
Wait, explain that?
oh, okay. NZDJPY.
Uh-huh.
I got in there. I
Okay.
actually did market execution.
So you
If
you market it, you hit buy.
correct.
Okay, go ahead.
And then if I went one brick down, that was only like 9 or 10 pips as stop
Hmm.
loss, and I went like, nah, too close. So I went the next brick down, which made it to 33.
And then what did you do? Once it
That's
triggered you in.
oh no, I market executed it, so it was in. Once I was in
Well,
the trade, I just
that's
put my
what I'm
stop.
saying, Brian. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to explain to you is
yeah,
if you take that one brick,
yeah,
period, one
yeah,
brick,
yeah,
and when you market execution it,
yeah.
your stop loss automatically triggers where you put it. So you take just that one brick. The minute it triggers you in, because you market execution it, move your stop loss down.
Yeah. No, no, I understand it because you're doing, yeah, I'm only doing a 0.01 on each trade. So it's not actually a calculated stop loss. Okay, just so you know.
What do you mean it's not a calculated stop loss? I don't understand.
I'm not calculating a percentage on the actual stop that I would place it. So it wouldn't be on like a 10 pip. It's just a mandatory amount on each trade. It's a 0.01 lot size on every trade.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Oh, okay. Lovely.
Moving your stop loss doesn't change your
I
trade unless you
I
go past where you originally put your stop loss.
I understand that. I
Okay.
understand that. No, that's okay. Right then, NZD USD.
Yep,
That
there we
was an
go.
interesting. I don't think NU. I never, and I didn't put. No, I left it. I just didn't. Yeah, no trade on that one at the moment. Singapore Japanese yen, though, I did buy. Boom, boom, boom. Up she goes. Thank you very much. USD CAD, I had a sell on it. It actually kicked me in, right? And then it pushed back up and knocked me out. There was a loss on that right at the start. But that's okay. I'll get back in. We'll get it. It's come back up to the trend bar on there. I think it'll just poke a bit and then we'll get a sell back out again. Now, my only sort of part to this is see how it's pulled up before the bottom of the previous low. So, maybe we're on the climb back up a bit, but that's okay. All right. USD CHF
I'm in this for the buy.
for the buy now. Yeah, I'm still in the sell on it. That's the thing. Whether I hang in, whether I jump out, I think it potentially will only come to the trend bar and then drop back off again. And I'm willing to do that. So we'll see. UJ, I didn't get into it, but it did push off. So
I'm into this one.
you're in the buy.
Yeah, I'm up 3%.
Yeah, no, I decided not to anyway, just because of the US craziness at this point. And USD and Singapore I'm in, but it's like I'm in slight drawdown. It's come up to the trend bar. Let's see potentially if it drops off. If not, I'll just kill it off. Gold's 303 and silver is just sitting flat as well. Okay, Bitcoin's still sideways, 108, 109, and oil is at 68, nearly 68 and a half. So it has gone up a little bit, but nothing sort of substantial after the big push up and then the big drop. So that's where we are, Darren. I'm in 16 with 6 orders and I've lost a couple of trades.
Yeah. I'm not in anything. At this moment in time, I've actually no idea when or where I'm going to get back in, please.
Yeah, well, you're focused more on whatever else. So update, what's happening?
Update.
How's the iFunds account going?
Oh, not launched that yet. It's the next on the to-do list, but I've not.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I'm
yeah.
only joking.
Well, no, it will be shortly. Sometime in the next few days, I'll probably confirm I've got the first iPhones account. Not done it yet, but I will do.
Yeah.
Um,
What happened with there was non-farm payroll, and then you were going to turn stuff off over the weekend,
yeah,
but
that
some were
all
still
worked
in.
fine. That all worked fine. I turned them back on at the beginning of the weekend, so they were ready to kick in when market opened,
Oh,
which they did. So that's what I did.
You didn't wait for the market to open. You
Uh,
actually had them ready
well, I
to.
wasn't going
Okay.
to be around. That was the thing with being away, so I just got them
Gotcha.
took ready.
Gotcha. Uh-huh.
So there was no dramas at all with any of them.
Good. Good.
I
That's what
mean,
I wanted
FX,
to know.
just having a look at them at the minute, FX Proctor is almost 7% up now. That's since I launched that on 27th of May. So that's just under 7%.
Wow.
FX Fortnite, which was the Euro CHF
Oh,
one,
no,
that's
wait a minute. That one. So 7%, but what drawdown has it currently got?
zilch, no drawdown at the
Oh,
minute.
oh, wow.
FX Proctor, no. It was in a bit of drawdown last week and then
Yeah.
recovered nicely.
Wow. That's good. Yeah.
FX Fortnite, just seeing, I'm in a couple of trade. There's a couple of positions open. They just seem to be milling around, and I've been,
That's Euro CHF.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So sharpshooters now 1% up. That's since the 24th of June.
Yeah.
No positions open at the minute. So there's no drawdown. Dark algo is about 1.5% up. That's since the 12th of June. There's no drawdown on that. I don't
Wow.
think at the minute. Let's have a look. Yeah, no trades open at the minute, so nothing
Wow.
there.
Okay. Wow.
FX Eternals, which is the UCAD one, that's just over 3% up. No drawdown at the moment. So
Wow.
the only one that's got any drawdown is Dark Titan at the moment, and that is
That's the new one, isn't it?
that's a new one. There's about 1%. It's up 1% with 1% drawdown at the
Drawdown.
moment.
But
Yeah,
that's only new. You only just sort of
yeah,
started
yeah,
that
yeah,
last week
yeah.
or something.
I
Okay.
did, yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah. And that's on Euro USD, is it?
Uh, no, Dark Titan is on AUD CAD, AUD NZD.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
yeah,
yeah. Well, that's because of all this volatility that happened over the
yeah,
last 24 hours.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Wow. But like,
So there's no
it's
no
only,
drama, no drama
no,
with it at the minute. It's
no, it's only short term.
yeah.
So which one are you going to apply to iPhones? The sharpshooter?
I think sharpshooter, yeah.
Okay.
Because the drawdown is so low on it. And
Low.
that's
Yeah.
probably the safest bet, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
My funds.
Hmm.
See how we go with that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's very good update. They haven't been running for a long time. We're not talking running
Oh,
for a year or two. We're only talking for a
no,
month or so.
yeah,
But and again, the market has been quite volatile. I mean,
yeah,
moving around all over the joint. So, um, well, that's nice.
yeah. So
So
can't tell.
that's where your focus is at the moment, not necessarily manually trading. We were
Yeah,
having that chat last night. I think Tom and I were talking about it again. It's like having your own trading and
mm,
then having a prop firm or a instant for like an iFunds account, and then withdrawing from that, putting into your own, or also having um, an EA on your own funds as well, outside of
yeah,
those sort of three options really.
yeah,
And it's about building that up, and Thomas, as Tom was saying, using maybe the funds from if you from a prop firm or an instant fund or whatever to do something else to funnel to,
yeah.
I mean, to buy property or to
Mm,
whatever. But anyway, that's where it's at. Well, that's good. Good to know.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
as I say, no dramas at all at the moment. The one with the more aggressive, I'd say more aggressive martingale in there is this FX Proctor though. That does get into a bit of drawdown. I mean, it's been nothing drastic, but it does. Yeah, it's also the most profitable so far. But so I'm
Yeah.
I will keep an eye on that one, I think.
It's
So
always the one that's most profitable is the most aggressive as well. That's just
yeah,
the way that it works.
yeah, that's
And
right.
rather than using martingale, you really should be using grids. So
Yeah.
they're all grid traders, grid trading, but they have a limited. Martingale has no end to it,
No, it doesn't.
where the grid stuff has safeties, well,
Well,
supposedly
see,
safeties.
say that I do need to I do need to speak to them actually. I'll be messaging them on this FX Proctor because um, it's not trading with the full balance. It's only trading with a percentage of the balance. I've not quite got my head around how that works, whether it hits that drawdown hits that
Ah,
percentage of your account, it'll then close
suppose
off.
it
I'm not sure at the minute.
to
Can't
to to
quite-
save to reserve the capital as
But
such.
it's sort of trading with 30% of the account.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
can
yeah,
adjust
yeah,
that to have it at 20, 25, 30. So
yeah,
my assumption is it hits that 30%, it thinks there's no more money, so it sort of closes.
yeah.
See what I mean? But I'm not, I'm 100% sure of that. If
Yeah,
that's the
but
case,
but
then
that
that's the fail safe to prevent you
correct,
when you account. Yeah.
correct. Correct. Because that means it's not going to look at your, well, within your leverage, but it's not, I will have to talk about what your leverage is on each one of these as well. But um, the margin, you see, there won't be a margin call on it if it's only trading
Yeah.
30% of the actual account. That's so the broker won't be margining it and it can
No.
still trade within it. That's actually quite smart
Yeah. See,
instead of
some
utilizing
of
the
them
full
keep the
capital
some of them keep the TPs and the stop losses in,
hidden.
hidden. Some
Yeah,
don't. They keep
yeah.
them hidden. They say so you're not going to get sort of stop hunted out. Not. I don't know how many people are using these things, but uh,
Yeah, that's all right. Okay. So all those other ones like Sharpshooter and the other ones that you have are all from EA Academy or through EA Academy, except for the Euro CHF one.
no, that was EA Academy. The only one that I got before I'd even read about EA Academy was FX Proctor. But I have seen
Oh,
they have now got that running on
oh,
this 100K
all right.
thing they're doing. It's actually in there, so they are sort of testing that one as well.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Okay, rightio. Interesting. Okay.
yeah.
No worries. Okay. All right. Well, any other questions, updates? Um, see what the Supreme Leader does around the world. It's like he's having lunchies with the Israel Prime Minister now. How many more rockets do you need? I did see a little thing. Apparently, I don't know if anyone saw whatever, but apparently the Supreme Leader is going to now, after the pause, send some stuff to Ukraine. I don't know.
Yeah, it's sort of gone out of the news a bit, hasn't it, Ukraine? You know, what's going to happen there? Some sooner or later, somebody's going to have to try and sort this out, Ukraine. It's just grinding on, isn't it now? Just relentlessly.
Yeah, but doesn't that?
Another year will have passed before we know it. And we're thinking, when's
Well,
this thing?
someone was saying this sort of lead up time is because Russia's machine has ramped up. Like they've had the time to sort of, I don't know, why would he go and do what he's doing without having a machine ready to go? But maybe it's Putin's strategy of, making Russia great again,
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
uh,
that's right.
and so that's a merger.
Mm, yeah.
Instead of MAGA, it's merger. Um, maybe they're on the same thing, but we'll see. I mean, it's quite interesting that a small country like Ukraine has been so determined of keeping Russia at bay, and that Russia, the country it is, has been kept relatively at bay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
They can't finish the job off, can they? They're just sort of stuck in this.
yeah, but they can't finish it off because they don't have people necessarily other countries helping them to do that. Like, because
Who
I
doesn't?
don't, Ukraine, it's got some assistance with, Poland's helping with some stuff, and England and the UK and stuff like that. They're sending some things there, but they're doing a lot of the stuff themselves with drones and making and building their own.
Yeah.
It's
No, it was. I was alluding. It was Putin. I was referring to. He's not been able to finish the job off, has he? The Russians just can't finish the job off. They're sort of as big as they are. They're just got themselves in this, stuck in this. Stuck in this wall now. That's just going on and on and on and on and on. So.
and I don't know what the Supreme Leader was having to talk to him. Like they're having chats but nothing's happened there either.
No, nothing,
So,
absolutely nothing.
so maybe it's time to throw in a lot more stuff to them. I don't know. You said yesterday, Tom, that in part of it's just great, the big beautiful bill. Um, what absolute rubbish. Um, and, and then I see this report. What's the name? Who's the chick that stands up in front of the the media? Somebody said like all of the floods in Texas, it was because of the cuts that were done, and and then she stands up and goes like, "This is disgusting that people would say this stuff."
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
like how low are they? And all these
yeah.
people they're in
That's it.
agreement.
Yeah.
Like that's just the defensive bullshit. Don't look at us. Don't look at the crap we did to.
No.
And then Elon says, "Oh, look, I'll just start my own political party against Trump," and then the Telstra share price.
You know,
One way to kill off a business, isn't it?
Oh, God. So
I
madness.
don't think he understands how unpopular he is,
Who, both of them?
Elon.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but he's living in a fool's paradise. Like he only has people around him that say yes. I mean, it's just the way it works. It's exactly the same as the supreme leader. Mm. You only have people that say yes around you. Like you don't have any connection to the reality of the world. It's just not there.
Yeah, I watched this expert yesterday they're a political expert, and they were saying that the administration through this big beautiful bill has already passed legislation slippery sloping on whether or not elections can be even held by next election period. So now they're going to push it all the way up until the election. He's going to throw that pin down and say we're going to pause these elections for 4 years, and he's going to be the 48th president, and he'll go sue me, and it'll take 2 years to get to the Supreme Court. By then, he'll just have taken the position, and they'll go, yeah, they already have it worked out how it's
Mm.
going to happen. The political expert was like, this is how it's going to happen on these dates, because they know when the election's coming up,
Yeah.
and they gave a range period of 1 to 3 weeks before the elections. Voter tampering, mail-in ballot suppression, trouble with the social security numbers and everything else, trouble with the birth certificates now. Now you got to have all this to vote. It's going to wipe out like 90% of the voting population. And he's going to go, this just isn't fair. People can't vote. We're going to postpone it 4 years and fix this. And I was like, yeah, well, there it is. I mean, everybody can see it coming.
No, well, we'll just have to start dealing with the rest of the world and not have to worry about what's happening there. Anyway,
Yep.
There you
those
go.
the EAs will still operate though under those circumstances, Darren.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully they'll just keep
Hopefully.
plugging away. Plugging away.
Yeah, a number of them is a good idea. You got different ones in different baskets, I think.
Different currency pairs as well.
Mm. Oh, actually, that's the thing. It's either grid or basket trades, one or the other. You call it
Yeah.
because the ones that are any good don't use martingale. I mean, they can't. It's just that's a death knell. But yeah, grid or basket is the way they tend to do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, there you go, Tom. So um I mean, you're gonna one of those people that just wait till the last bit before you pull the pin, or
What's that?
are you going to be one of those last people on the boat before the whole thing goes down?
I hope not. That's not my
Okay.
goal.
Okay. All right. Hmm.
Part of why I'm leaving this week. I'll be back in a week. I'm taking my
Okay.
computer with me, so I'll be on most of the times, but like
Yeah.
tomorrow I'm driving.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not going
Yeah.
to be on at all tomorrow.
Yeah. No, that's all right.
And then
Yeah.
let's see. I'm not sure which day I'm coming back, but I think it's the I think it's the 15th. I think sometime
Doesn't
in
matter.
that
Doesn't
time.
matter.
So
It's
I
whatever
may
you.
miss that day too.
Yeah, that's all okay. No, I mean, when are you going to leave the country? Or you just, or you, is that, yeah, I
Yes.
don't know. You doing Chinese lessons or
Starting to
the
learn Mandarin now.
Mandarin then? Yeah, yeah, for California to move over.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I was in Spain at the weekend. It was quite nice there, I must say.
Oh, we found out where he was now, Tom.
Yeah.
See, it was a mystery until just now.
48-hour dash to Spain.
Wow,
All right too, as well, actually.
a bit of paella,
A bit of yeah, some tapas and
tapas,
uh, plenty of beers.
of of course, and just let the EAs tick away in the background.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I had the
lovely.
occasional look on my phone, see how they were doing. No
Oh,
dramas.
oh, yeah. Another beer. Hey, just hang on a second. Oh, yeah, it's all going okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll have another beer.
Yeah.
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 Well done. Righty-ho, gentlemen. Have a good evening and day. I'll see how some of the rest of these trades go. Just that USD Singapore I want to have a look at. Anyway, some of the others as well. All right, I might get into a
Okay.
couple more or chuck out a couple more. We'll see how we go. All right,
Okay.
take it
All right.
easy.
Take care.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Cheers.